Today on Mod Summed Up, we are summarizing Agricraft by InfinityRaider. Agricraft is, well, an agriculture mod. It adds its own system of crop growing. Agricraft adds 3 stats to each plant in the game: growth, gain, and strength. Growth affects how fast plants grow. Gain affects how much you get from harvesting them. And strength controls plants' resilience to weeds, which we will talk about later. In order to see what stats a seed has, you need to pass it through your seed analyzer. One more thing. To plant a crop with Agricraft, you have to put down some crop sticks first. No, this does not disable vanilla farming, though there is a config option for that. Placing crop sticks on a plot that already has crop sticks creates a cross crop. You can use cross crops to increase the stats of plants by placing multiple of the same plant next to the cross crop. The higher the stats of the plants next to the cross crop, the higher the increase of stats of the cross plant. But that's not all cross crops can be used for. If you plant 2 different plants next to a cross crop, a new type of plant can form there. If you want to know what plants can be crossbred, look no further than your agricultural journal. Placing this in a seed analyzer with an analyzed seed adds that seed to your journal. Potential mutation recipes using a seed can then be found on its page in the journal. Agricraft by default also introduces some resource-producing crops for a couple of vanilla resources. These default crops aren't super OP, given that there isn't a clay crop, that they take much longer to grow, and only give you nuggets at each harvest. But don't wander too far, pack devs, because these are completely optional and configurable. In order for a plant to grow, it needs to be planted on its specified soil. For most plants, this is just normal tilled soil, but for some plants this is different, like the iron-producing farinum that needs to be planted on gravel, or the Botania mystical flower seeds that need to be planted on podzol. Yes, Agricraft introduces weeds, but I've seen this feature turned off in most packs. Weeds have a chance of spawning on unused crop sticks, and will spread even on top of already planted crops. As a side note, Agricraft also has a way of hydrating farmland using sprinklers. Now let's wrap up with the Pack Dev's Corner. Agricraft is extremely configurable. This is because all of the plants the mod has to offer are stored in JSON files in the mod's config folder. There you can tweak values, disable plants, and add plants that weren't there before. These JSONs also include soils and mutation recipes. In addition, the mod also includes a .cfg for other options, such as whether crops are able to be bone mealed. By default, Agricraft comes with integration for Pam's Harvestcraft, Actually Additions, yes that includes the farmer, and Botania, among other mods. Agricraft has JEI integration for produce and mutations, and no major performance issues. In total, Agricraft is a great way to spice up your farming experience. And that's all I have for Agricraft. Thank you for watching Mod Summed Up, the show where we sum up mods.